It's pretty cool. I can't lie. It's pretty freaking sweet. I mean, I'm doing my best not to like geek out, but I'm doing that internally right now. But I'm trying to be as cool as Brook Lopez can be, which isn't very cool.
What is it that's geeking you out? What is it? Is it the media attention or the lights?
I'm not an attention guy, but I'm glad you guys are all surrounding me. But I think it's just wearing the purple and gold, being in a Lakers jersey. Just being around my teammates, having Magic and Rob here. It's a dream come true.
What is going on with your back? People say you might be a little bit limited at the start of training camp.
Yeah, just some back spasms. Nothing serious at all. And I'll be participating through training camp, doing a lot of activities. And it's, again, nothing serious, just something we wanted to continue to monitor so it doesn't become serious.
Is this something new, or is this something that you've had?
No, it came out of nowhere and surprised me. So nothing happened. They just occurred on their own. So it's something we're taking care of and not something I'm worried about in the least.
Do you like the idea of someone like Andrew Bogut being someone you can work with, as opposed to playing against him, for that matter?
Absolutely. I'd definitely rather play with Andrew Bogut than play against him. He beat me up normally. But it's very cool having him on the team. It's great to have his vet presence on the board. Obviously, championship pedigree. He knows what it takes to win, and he can help teach myself and other young guys as well. And that's so important to have in this situation.
What do you think about all the attention that your prize referee is getting?
I think it's well deserved. When you have a player of his caliber, a person of his caliber, there's going to be that attention around. People are want to know what's going on with him, with his franchise, with him in any situation. And so we all realize that, and we all realize what the responsibility that comes with it is, and he realizes that same responsibility. I did. Obviously, these guys just growing up playing basketball together. And you look at the NBA, it's very special. It's a lot smaller than other leagues. It's a very small fraternity. So we all kind of know each other very well. And so they all did their best to make this transition as easy as possible for me.
Brooke, can you talk about, as far as the nucleus that you guys now have, what do you think as far as what you guys will do in the Western Conference? Do you think you're playoff ready?
Yeah, we definitely, playoffs are a goal for us, no question. We believe we can accomplish that, and we realize it's going to take all of us to step up and buy into our system. We realize that we have to be a much better defensive team than last year. We're committed to doing that on the defensive end, and we realize that getting the stops we need defensively, rebounding the ball, it opens us up to get out on the break, play in the open court, and get to a lot of our strengths.
What do you talk about, the speed of the team?
Speed. Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, we have a lot of guys, a lot of players that thrive in a quick, up-tempo environment, full-court environment, and that's obviously when we're going to be at our best. And we have pushing the ball, finding guys running the floor, guys like Kuz who are so great at running the floor. It's going to be very good for us.
What type of effect do you think Lonzo will have on your game? What's it like to be on the floor with a pure point guard like that?
When you play with a pure point guard like that, it just makes things easier for everyone, and he elevates players to a whole nother level or two. I know personally it's going to be great for me just being on the receiving end of his pass. He's going to gift wrap baskets for me, so I can be a little selfish about that. But I mean, seriously, he's so good at turning other players into impact amazing players. He's going to be a transcendent talent like that.
Have you ever played with a guy like that? But if not, who is kind of the closest, pure style point guard that you played with?
I've played with a lot of great point guards and a diverse group of point guards throughout my career. But I'd have to say, D-Will was a very hedged toward the more traditional point guard, as much as possible. He was out there trying to make his teammates better.
How about all the distractions that come around Lonzo? It's basically, it's basically the Kardashians with basketball. How are you concerned that gets into the locker room, that it gets onto the court, that somehow that makes him a target, it changes the dynamic?
I'm not concerned in the least. This is something that we've all gone over before. We had a meeting this morning where we talked about, handling ourselves in that regard, and not necessarily about him, but just, being in the situation with the media, whether it's social media versus you guys, and being in LA in general. and just how to handle ourselves. We obviously have a lot of young guys in that regard, so we're just trying to educate people. And we understand the responsibility that comes with this sort of star, and no one understands it better than he does. And so we're all focused on what we want to do out here and what we want to achieve on the court.
Brooke,
You read or heard, when LeVar says things,
Mm-hmm.
you worry that he said things about teammates before. Is he a concern of you guys?
He's not concerned. No. I'm not concerned about that. I know that as players, we're focused on each other in the locker room in 115, how we're going to take each other and make each other a great functioning unit, a playoff team, and how we're going to lift each other up.
Brooke, guys like Lonzo and Brandon are somewhat quiet as far as vocal leadership, and then Contagious Caldwell-Pope, also kind of a quiet guy. Who do you think is going to be the vocal leader on this team, the loudest voice?
I don't know if I can pinpoint one super loud voice myself. I mean, honestly, I've always been an introvert myself. And so it's been a process of, in this league, learning to be a more vocal leader, not necessarily the rah-rah kind of guy, kind of Ticket or Draymond Green, guys like that. But, you can also be a leader like Timmy, someone like that who's not the loudest guy on the court, but is on the court doing the right things, being a leader by example. And when the time comes, you have to speak up and say things, obviously. But we have a lot of different leaders when it comes to that sort of environment. Like you said, KCP, a guy who's been around the league, and then Bogut. We have guys who will be in leadership positions and who will do and say the right things.
What are the challenges for you coming to a team as a veteran with so many young guys?
It's been an interesting experience for me, honestly, just because, maybe 2-3 years ago, I was playing with Ticket, Truth, D. Will, Joe, so I was a younger guy on the team, and I learned a lot in that experience. And then, you look a year ago, I played with a lot of young guys in Brooklyn, and here I'm playing with even younger guys in LA. So I've learned a lot throughout the past few years on how to be a leader, the right ways to teach and encourage your young guys, and I've been trying to take those situations I've learned from and turn them into positive experiences here where I can help teach the young guys and lead the young guys.
Brooke, can you talk about coming from the east to the west, especially with Carmelo going to OKC? How much more of a demand physically will that be competing in the west?
It's a fantastic challenge competing in the west, and there's been a lot of challenge, like you said, that has come from the east to west. It's going to be an exciting time to play in this conference. And I'm thrilled at the challenge that it gives us, and we're going to be looking at very talented teams night in and night out, playing against them. And they'll be different teams. They'll give us different learning experiences to learn from. And I know that from our side, we can count every night on putting a quality product that's going to go out there, play hard, play together, and play the right way as we continue to grow together.
How do you define then? What's the success then for this team?
Success?
What is the success?
We absolutely believe that we can be a playoff team. We definitely believe we can be a playoff team, and we want to just continue to grow as much as possible throughout the season together. I think the most important thing is to come together really as a unit and be a true team to teach these young guys what it takes to do that.